In this world of darkness populated by untold horrors, 4 idiots, united by fate and held together through disliking one another slightly less than everyone else they meet, might just save us all. Largely by accident. Welcome to This Bloody Mess, the increasingly poor decisions of 4 vampires. In the last episode, you are Will Bedlam, enterprising young burglar and con man. I've been talking to some people, and a bunch of big, important-looking crates got loaded into the museum downtown. Big crates plus museum equals big score. Whole crew's here.
The show on the road.
So you make your way through the door. Inside, there are multiple tables. And on one of them in particular, there is a large sealed crate. You ready?
Let's do this.
You see it start to lift a little bit on his end.
I'm gonna try peeking in.
Inside you see... And now the story continues. Inside you see, well, darkness. But inside the darkness you see something glimmering. Some kind of color... golden color. Like stars in the night.
Alright, well, might as well try and open it up now.
Alright. You stand there like, I'm doing the thing I'm good at. We'll get back to the prying in a minute. This time you have 1 success with no ones. The combination of skills I'm using, by the way, is strength and larceny for the curious.
Okay.
Oh god, no.
What?
Your cousin rolled 2 successes and 3 ones.
Oh no!
Alright, so, your side lifts up a little bit to match his. Then he, feeling like he has to show off now because you're matching him, he pushes down really hard, and the wood splinters and just gashes open his hand.
No!
He just looks down, there's like blood seeping into this thing, and he's just like, shit! Shit! That's DNA!
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
I do not need lectures from the guy who just tried to stick his face in this thing.
I'm doing that's what I'm good at, seeing things.
Look. Okay, here's what we do. We break open this box. Wait, what did you see in there anyway?
Just glimmering. Something shiny. Something valuable, probably.
Alright, I'm sold.
Let's just take the goddamn box.
We get the thing open, we grab whatever's inside, and we grab anything that has blood on it, okay? Oh,
right.
Shit, this is bleeding.
Can I do something about that? Is there... What skill set would that be?
You would need medical knowledge for sure.
Right. I have none.
And intelligence.
I have 1.
Would you like to roll at difficulty 7?
Fuck it. Let's try it. What else are we gonna do?
You stare at his hand for a while. It does not help.
God damn it.
The way I look at it in this situation is just be glad you don't make things worse.
Right. Okay, is there some sort of bandaging? Some way to, at least bandage it so it doesn't bleed more? Cover it up?
It looks like he's trying to, hold his hand in his sweater.
You gotta hold your hand up, dude.
He just he tries it, and blood is dripping on him now. He looks at you and he's just like, I'm not sure this is better.
It's not dripping on the floor.
That is a good point.
Is there some kind of, fuck it. Hurry up, let's try and get this fucking thing open.
He just sticks the crowbar back and he starts wrenching it down from a different point this time. You see it give a little bit more, and you hear the nails pop out.
Finally.
Alright, let's get this thing open. I bled for this shit, bro.
Let's go. Alright, let's open this up.
You do so. Inside is a brilliantly inlaid stone coffin with gold and gems sort of set inside of it. And inside the coffin is what appears to be the desiccated, mummified corpse of what appears to be a woman.
Oh. Ew. Thought it was shiny.
Yes, there are gold inlays in the coffin.
How the fuck are we gonna get this out of here?
Cousin, I gotta tell you, I got a lot of people. I do not have someone who can fence a dead lady. Oh fuck, we broke it here for nothing. Shit!
Is there, fuck.
Fuck it. He reaches down and he grabs some kind of weird jeweled, scepter or some shit that's just sort of lying on her chest, and he pulls it out and he's like, I'm not going away, I'm not doing this for nothing.
We gotta get all the wood that has your fucking blood on it.
Yeah. Just, he grabs a couple other, bits of wood, and he starts moving away. And he's just like, alright, I'll toss this into the alley. By the time they think of, looking at bloody wood in a back alley, we'll be in, Honduras or some shit.
That's not how this shit works.
He holds up the whatever it is, and he just goes, look at this thing, worth a fortune. If this doesn't buy us tickets to Honduras. Is Honduras nice?
I don't know, man.
I'll ask Carlos.
Let's just grab the wood, put it all in the van, get out of here.
Yeah, sure.
Is there anything else in here that's worth anything?
Let's see. Well, obviously that's perception. The second bit would be... I'm gonna give it to you for investigation.
Okay. Also, I want to make sure we get all the bloody pieces.
Thank God we are not playing Dark Heresy.
Why?
Because you have 6 dice and 5 of them are 9s. You start looking around. First of all, you find some slates, some little slates that. What are those things? It is completely flying out of my head now. What do you call those things that are made of wood? Clipboards.
That's what you forgot?
I forgot the name of clipboards, and it came back to me when I said they're a piece of wood, and I was starting to say that you clip things to.
Oh my goodness.
The human brain, am I right? You find some simple clipboards that give you a basic rundown on what each item is alleged to be. And obviously this one, the answer they have is that it's the mummified remains of a mad woman discovered in a pagan swamp in England, or somewhere in that general area. I mean, with an intelligence of 1, that's as much as you can gather from it, at least.
Right.
You also find nearby is a small historical artifact found in the same area, which appears to be fairly valuable. It looks like some kind of small, runestone type dealy.
Runestone?
Yeah, some kind of weird symbol of protection. Apparently it was found somewhere near this mummy.
Okay.
So, between that, you think that you guys can manage a pretty decent haul from this trip?
Right. Let's get, do we have anything to put the stuff into?
Yeah, Morris brought a bag.
Okay.
He hurls his weird little whatever it is from inside the coffin into it, and invites you to put the runestone in.
Alright, I put the runestone in.
Alright, cool. Let's bounce, cousin.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. Did I see was there any blood on anything from what I saw?
You managed to pick up a few pieces that still had some blood on them. You think you're golden though.
Okay.
Do you want to take one last look around actually?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Last check.
Alright, so that's perception, alertness, I think. Oh, and this is going to be less difficult because of your enhanced senses. Or the acute senses, not enhanced.
Right.
Wow. It's a good thing it was less difficult. That roll was shit. Alright, so you're looking down there and you notice some of the blood has seeped into the coffin.
Oh no. Oh shit. Dude, Morris, we gotta get this coffin out of here.
What are you talking about?
There's blood in there.
He looks into it and he just sort of whaps you upside the head. He says, "There's no blood in there. What are you on? Look again."
What?
You look again. There's no blood.
There's no blood now?
There is no blood now.
I could have sworn there was blood in there. Though, I know my senses are pretty damn good. You know this. I know what I saw, dude.
Dude, You're freaking me out. Look, here. He reaches in and he takes out a little towel from his thieves' tools, and he says, I'm getting the fuck out of here, but if you want to stay and wipe up imaginary blood, be my guest. And then he hoofs it out of the room.
I'm gonna look in there one more time, see if there's any blood in there.
You, do not see blood.
Alright, well, okay, I'm like, fuck it, I gotta get out of here. I'm not gonna be sitting here and get caught.
Alright, so you, make your way to the fire escape then?
Yes.
Alright. You hear what sounds like yelling from out on the street.
What? Where on the street?
Down in the alley you're supposed to be climbing down into. It looks like Morris is already gone.
What?
It looks like he already headed down the fire escape.
Okay. I'm gonna go down the fire escape then.
Alright. You hear someone yelling, No, it's okay. I dropped the trash bags. It's fine. You can pick garbage up. It's fine. It's not like a plate. It didn't break.
What?
Yeah, you thought it was weird too. Looking down, you see that Morris, still in his full, burglar outfit, has come face to face with what appears to be a waitress. 2 trash bags are spilled at her feet. He's holding her at gunpoint and just sort of nervously backing away. The van is nowhere to be seen.
Motherfucker.
He looks up and he sees you and he's just like, No, go. You know the rendezvous point. We'll meet there.
Alright.
And he sort of motions for you to get back into the building.
I go back into the building then, I guess.
Alright. You climb back in and let me see here. I'm going to roll perception and alertness really quick. You hear a voice in the general, vicinity of the examination room just go, The fuck happened in here?
I guess I don't go back in there.
Well, I mean, you can't see the examination room from your entry point, and vice versa.
Oh, so it's... I thought the fire escape was out of their examination room.
No, it's across the hall.
Okay. I guess I'll listen.
Alright. You hear a guard, you assume, because he takes what sounds like, you can hear, radio static clatter in the background. Yeah, this is O'Hanrahan. We got a real mess up here. Someone's opened the crazy crate. Looks like they scattered some pieces of it around too. That weird rock is missing. So's the mummy.
Oh god. What the fuck?
No, you assholes. I'm not kidding. The mummy's... Ah!
Oh shit. Okay, I ain't going back in there.
Alright, so...
Actually, no. I'm too curious. I'm gonna, peek around the corner and see what the fuck happened.
Alright. You peek your head around, and you see that the guard is lying on the floor in a slowly expanding pool of his own blood. His neck appears to be broken, and you can see standing over him in the same garments as the mummy you saw before is a young woman who appears to be... I don't know how to put this without it sounding a little weird, but she looks emaciated at first, but it seems like she's slowly inflating to normal human proportions.
Okay. Well, that's creepy. I know what that is, but Will doesn't know what the fuck that is. I'm going to try and go back out the fire escape quietly.
Alright. So as you approach the fire escape, you hear what sounds like a voice with a heavy accent saying,
You go. You go now. We don't follow.
And then you hear a loud clang and a gunshot.
Outside the window?
Outside the window.
What?
You look outside the window, and you can see there is a woman in vaguely punk rock looking clothing lying on the ground. You don't get a very good look at her, but she's just been shot in the chest, and you see your cousin just flings his gun into a dumpster and just runs for it.
What the fuck?
The look on his face is one of pure panic. You don't think he meant to do that.
Right.
And you hear sirens.
Oh, shit. How far on distance are they?
They're getting closer with every second. You hear a voice in your ear go, "Mission's fucked, mission's fucked. Do not use the fire escape. They are gonna be there any second."
Motherfucker. The fuck should I do then? I look back towards there's only one entrance out of this room, right? Or the entry point where the fire escape is?
Yeah.
And it goes into the hallway.
Yep.
I'm gonna, alright, well, I'm just gonna think that I was just kind of crazy and just gonna go back towards the door and peek around, see if there's anybody there.
Alright. The hallway appears empty.
Is the guard still in the examination room?
You don't see him.
Is there blood there?
There is. It's faint. The puddle's much smaller than you first saw. Part of you thinks you might have just imagined what you saw before.
Okay. Actually, I'm probably going to think maybe that's Morris's blood.
It very well could be.
Alright, so I guess I'm going to... The hallway's empty, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna walk back towards the entrance.
Alright. You start heading towards the stairwell. You make it about 30 feet before you hear a voice.
From where?
Directly behind you, an area you just passed.
Okay.
From your garb, I assume you are some manner of brigand.
I'm gonna turn around.
Alright. The woman from a moment ago is standing there.
Oh, fuck. Brigand? I guess that's something that people might call me. Where did you come from?
Shadow.
Shadow.
I am a creature of shadow and darkness, born of night.
Okay. I'm just trying to get out of this museum. So I'm just gonna go out the door that way. Okay?
I'm afraid the constabulary will reach you before you are able to escape this place.
Constabulary?
Men with sticks who dislike brigands.
Oh, guards. Oh, you're saying they're gonna... Are you gonna help? Do you want to team up and try and get out of here? Trying to get out of here too? Considering what you did to that guard.
It is entirely likely that my getting out of here would benefit from an ally.
I mean, I guess I could always use the help getting out of here, considering you supposedly can go everywhere without making a sound.
With a level of comfort with you that you're not accustomed to from a stranger, she begins moving your limbs about as if she's inspecting an animal she's just bought.
Can I help you with this?
No, just be still. I will assess you properly. Yes. Not very strong, but supple, agile. You look like you could take a punch, too.
I've had to back in the growing up. But why does this matter? We need to get out of here.
She looks you over and shakes her head. Not very bright, but wise. And good with people. I know just what to do with you.
Okay. Does that involve getting here?
Have I mentioned that I've lived a very long time without children?
Okay, that's a little sudden. But we can, I might be okay with the idea if you help me get out of here.
Well, you only live once, they say. And why wait? And she puts her arms around you, sort of.
Okay.
And as she pulls you close, she opens her mouth and you see two elongated, viciously sharp canines come out. And she bites down directly into the point where your neck meets your shoulder.
Oh, God.
There's a moment of confusion, and then you feel this weird sense of floaty painlessness, like a junkie who just got his fix.
Okay.
And everything starts to go black. And as you're fading out, you see she just sort of vanishes. and you see a couple of what look like police officers rush in, and that's about the last thing you remember.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for tuning in to This Bloody Mess, the increasingly poor decisions of 4 vampires by Painted Still. If you like this video, give it a like, consider subscribing to our channel. If you want to support our content, we have a Patreon, link is in the description.